Good morning students. In this session we will see about the gynosian structure and the embryo sac formation as we have seen in the chapter. Now gynosian, that is the female reproductive part. It is also known as pistil and it is also the innermost pole of the flower. It is also known as the particular carpel. Each carpel consists of three portions, that is stigma, style and ovary. Now ovary may have many ovule, that is they may have many megasporangia attached to the tissue inside the ovary. That tissue, it is known as the placenta, and within the ovarian cavity we have many locules. Now whenever the ovules they are arranged inside the ovary, that is known as the placentation. Number of ovules in an ovary may be either one, that we have seen in the example, that is wheat, paddy and mango, to many, that is papaya, watermelon and orchids. In a particular flower, the flower can be monocarpellary, means it may have only single carpel, that is known as monocarpellary, and it may have many carpels, so it is known as multicarpel. If two carpels are there, then it is known as bicarpellary. Now whenever these pistils they are fused together, means they are joined with each other, the term it is used, that is known as syncarpus. And whenever this carpel or the pistil they are not joined and they are free from each other, they are known as hypocarpus. This we have studied in the 11th standard also. Now the type of particular, that is the ovule, different types of ovule are seen here. Here first type, that is the orthotropous, the micropyle, chalaza and funicle are in a straight line. Here, that is the A part, orthotropous is there. It is the most primitive type of the ovule and it can be found in all these particular examples, Pippa, Polyconium and Cycas. Second, Anatrophus, that is given in your particular NCERT book. The ovule turns at a 180 angle. It is an inverted ovule. Micropyle lies close to the hilum or at the side of hilum, and 90% of the angiospermic particular flowers they have this type of ovules. This is the B type, that is Anatrophus. Third, that is Campylotropous. Ovule is curved more or less at right angle to funicle. Micropylar end is bent down slightly. Example, that is in members of Leguminosae and Cruciferaceae, and it is a type of this D type. Then Hemianatrophus, ovule turns at 90 angle upon the funicle or body of ovule and is at right angle to the funicle. Example, Ranunculus, that is this type, C type. Amphitrophus, ovule as well as embryo sac is curved like horseshoe. Example, Lemna, Poppy, Alicema. These are the example of Amphitrophus that you can see in this figure E. Cercinotrophus, the ovule turns at more than 360 angles, so funicle becomes coiled around the ovule. Example, it is seen in Opuntia, that is in Cactaceae family, and Plumbaginaceae family, that is in F. Mostly you have to remember this. This all can be asked in the 1 mark and in the MCQ. And this particular B type, that is the Anatrophus, that is given in NCERT book, this can be asked to draw. Now this is the particular Anatrophus ovule structure. Here you can see how it is arranged and how all the nuclei are arranged. This is the chalazal portion, this is micropylar end, this is funicle, it is present, synergids they are present with containing the egg. So all this together it is known as egg apparatus. Then the central cell is there. Here whole it is known as embryo sac. Three cells they are arranged at this. They are known as antipodal cell that are arranged towards the chalazal end, and here the secondary nucleus is there. And these are the integuments, and under the integuments there is a nucellus portion. Okay, what is the role of funicle? It is the ovule is attached to the placenta by means of a stalk called funicle that we have seen. Hilum, the body of ovule fuses with funicle in the region called hilum. It is the junction between ovule and funicle. Integuments, It is a kind of protective envelopes that covers the ovule structure. Micropyle, the integument leaves small opening at one end called micropyle. This end is also known as micropylar end. The other end of this ovule structure is known as, that is opposite to micropylar end, is known as chalaza. That is representing the basal part of the ovule. Nucellus tissue encloses the embryo sac, that is known as the nucellus. Now embryo sac, it is representing the female gametophyte. It is a single embryo sac formed from a mother megaspore through reduction division, that is by the meiotic division, and that is the 8 nuclei and the 7 cell structure. Egg apparatus at micropylar end has 2 synergids and 1 egg. Piriform apparatus that is present in the synergids, they have special thickening at micropylar end and it guides mainly the entry of the pollen tube. Antipodals, they are 3 cells that is present towards the chalazal end. 2 haploid nuclei that is present at the polar end, that is below the egg apparatus. Now what is this megasporogenesis process that we have seen? That is formation of the functional megaspore to embryo sac is known as megasporogenesis, and it is formed from the megaspore mother cell, that is MMC, which is diploid in condition and which undergo meiosis, and that results into the 4 haploid cells near the micropyle. As the single embryo sac is formed from the single megaspore mother cell, that is known as monosporic development. Now all this we have seen that how the nuclei are arranged. This you can see that how the particular, this is the micropylar and nucellus megaspore mother cell is there. This is again nucellus, micropylar and megaspore dyad. Then the tetrads are formed. Means here the 2 cell you can see, one is this, one is this. Again the reduction will be division, that is meiotic division will be there, and the 4 megaspore tetrad is formed. Out of this only the one will be functional and it leads to the formation of embryo sac. This is how the particular it is shown in the figure. First of all, 2 are there, then out of this 2 they undergo the division, that is the simple particular division is that is the mitotic division. 4 is formed, then particularly 8 are formed. Okay, and this 8 nuclei how they are arranged, that is shown in this figure. 3 antipodals, 2 polar nuclei, that is at the central position, 1 egg, and the 2 synergid cells are there, that is at the micropylar end, and this is at the chalazal end. This is the whole figure that is given in your NCERT book, that is the how the formation of embryo sac results. 3 cells or 3 nuclei they are arranged at the chalazal end, they are known as antipodal. 2 at the central position, they are known as polar nuclei, and the 3 are arranged at the micropylar end. Out of these 2 are synergids and 1 is egg. Together they form the egg apparatus. Here filiform apparatus that is shown, which guide the entry of pollen tube. So here we end with the embryo sac formation and what is the particular gynoecium, what is present in the female reproductive part, that is all over. I hope you are clear about this. Was the revision part of the second chapter.